Alright, look, I know we all hate it, but before we start this segment, we gotta go through fire safety. There's gonna be a couple things that we're gonna have to know about for fire safety. First off, keep your hair away from the flame. Don't wear shorts or baggy clothing that can hang over the fire. Keep your hair tied up and away from the flame in your face. If you're wearing jeans, make sure they aren't hanging out or nice and loose where fire can catch onto it. And then if you're wearing a t-shirt, make sure it fits nice and snug. Here's a fire extinguisher and fire blanket. What a fire blanket is basically another extinguisher, but it's a blanket type, and it's only supposed to be used if you know you can put out the fire. Uh-oh, here comes Alejandro. I hope he's not going to do what I think he's going to do. For those of you wondering, Alejandro is fine, and as you can see, he's doing more than great. We're going to give him a chance to make up his stupidity. Now we're going to test Alejandro and see if he's smart enough to assemble a Bunsen burner. I really hope he doesn't think this is a cooking show. Alright, so Alejandro's going to take the needle valve and he's putting it into the base. So far he's so good, he hasn't messed up yet or killed anyone. Looks like he's grabbing the barrel with an air port at the bottom of it and screwing it onto the base. So we're doing good. Come on, Alejandro, you're almost there. He's now taking the gas line and plugging it into the gas source, and now he's going to plug it into the gas intake. And it looks like he's successfully assembled a Bunsen burner. Wow, I'm amazed. We were able to figure out why Alejandro touched the fire in the first place. It's because he didn't know much about using a Bunsen burner. So we're going to go through it and how to use it in these upcoming steps. Before you start, make sure you smell and see if you can smell any gas. And if you don't, then you're gonna be able to turn on the valve. So you're gonna turn on the valve so it's actually horizontal to the valve itself, or the gas line, sorry. And basically it looks like that. And make sure it's properly connected to both the intake and the outtake, and make sure it's secured.
What type of flame is best to cook your muffins?
First things first, Alejandro, Bunsen burners aren't made to cook your muffins.
Why? I like burnt muffins.
Alejandro, just go sit in the corner. The reason why we want a tiny blue flame is because it's right between the low flame and a high flame, and it's great for experiments. The low flame is orange and yellow, and a high flame is nearly invisible to the human eye. In order for you to light a Bunsen burner, you're going to need a flint and steel lighter. So this is what it looks like, and basically you're just going to strike them until it sparks. Lighting a Bunsen burner is fairly simple. All you're going to do is open up the gas valve, I'll say about a third of the way, and then take your flint and steel igniter and light it above the barrel. And from there, you can turn the gas valve either up more or lower in order to get larger or smaller flame, and slowly turn your barrel itself until you get your blue flame, because while you're opening up the barrel, at the bottom of it is an air intake, which allows more air to come in and allows the flame to grow. Like I said before, you're going for a solid blue flame, so anything orange, like you saw in the beginning of the video, how it was all orange and big, is not what you want. You just want a tiny, small, solid blue flame, as you can see. When using a test tube for experiments, make sure that you're hovering above the flame, it's held at a 45-degree angle, and that the opening isn't pointed at anyone. For evaporating dishes and crucibles, you will require a ring stand, which you see on the left, and with it, you're going to need a wire gauze or a clay triangle to hold the either evaporating dish or clay crucible. From there, all you have to do is slide it above the flame, and you can adjust this height depending on how much heat you need for the evaporating dish or the clay crucible. Ms. Rosen told me that evaporating dishes and clay crucibles won't be used that much this year, so you won't have to know much about it. Remember not to touch the crucible or evaporating dish with your hands when you're done with an experiment. Try to use some sort of clip to remove it and put it off to the side and let it cool. Do not immediately wash it with cold water. Well, it looks like we're out of time. Thank you for watching, everyone.